From our studios in Scottsdale, Arizona, this is Retirement News Online. So as you approach retirement or change jobs, deciding what to do with your 401k can have long-term implications for taxes, investment flexibility, fees, and income planning. Now, a rollover may offer new opportunities, but it can also introduce trade-offs that aren't always obvious. Asking the right questions can help you determine whether a 401k rollover truly supports your retirement goals. That's why we're talking to my guest, Linda Lampasso in Colorado Springs, Colorado. How are things in the Springs these days? What's going on there?
Super warm this year, very warm winter we're having. So
Is it dry? Is it dry and that kind of stuff like that? Windy, all that stuff?
Yes.
Everything we love about the Springs.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's talk about the primary advantages of rolling over a 401k into an IRA or even an annuity. I guess one of the things is you start to have more control. But why else is it sometimes a good idea?
Definitely autonomy and control are going to be first and foremost as far as where you can invest those funds. But also flexibility in how you can access the funds. Sometimes employers have different restrictions and limitations that they'll put on you. So I think the rollover can just give you more peace of mind and autonomy there to know that you have a little bit more control over what you do with your money. And in some cases, fee structure can be an advantage in rolling out of a 401k. You can actually save a little bit of money. Fees are a little bit more transparent than they might be in that 401k.
And you have more investment options too, right? I guess, and that's so you have a lot of flexibility there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Are there any disadvantages? I mean, can you think of any?
I think for sure, depending on your age and where you are and how quickly you are heading into retirement, I think if your employer is providing some kind of a match for you, that is something to consider if you're going to outright maybe roll out your entire 401k into something else. A lot of times you can leave a portion of it in there so that you can still contribute and take advantage of that match. But I would say that that's one disadvantage. Another disadvantage I think would be age. So if you're maybe between 55 and 59 and maybe you think you might need to access those funds, 401k is going to let you do so maybe at 55, whereas an IRA you might have to wait till you're 59 and a half.
Taxable events are a big part of a 401k rollover. Taxes are on sale, so one might assume in most cases this would be a good idea, but again, it depends on your situation, doesn't it?
It does, absolutely, and especially if you're still working and you're still contributing to your 401k and you have that salary, it may not be a good time to consider doing any kind of a Roth conversion, out of your 401k into a Roth IRA because you're still earning income and that can push your tax bracket. So it's definitely a case-by-case basis that you want to assess that.
And then, and you were talking about income too, in the way that we, sometimes a rollover can make sense. I mean, how does it impact an income strategy? Again, there's a lot of moving parts, right?
Absolutely. I think, again, just going back to the autonomy, it gives you control to do what you would like to do with your money. You're not having to rely on the company that the 401k company that your employer is choosing. They may choose to change that company. You may not like those investment options. So again, it's just giving you more control whether you were to put some of the money in a self-directed IRA and choose where that's going to be invested, or maybe you might put some of that into an annuity and have some kind of a guaranteed income stream that you can secure.
Am I to assume it's probably a good idea to talk to somebody like you before you do something like this?
Absolutely, absolutely.
You need help and advice, don't you?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
She's Linda Lampasso. She practices in Colorado Springs, Colorado. This is Retirement News Online. Thanks for watching.